said Mind Crush was dead? DD Designator is a normal spell card that reads, declare one card name, look at your opponent's hand, and if they have the declared card in their hand, remove that one card from play. If they do not have the declared card in their hand, remove one random card in your hand from play. So even though Mind Crush got heavily nerfed when Konami introduced the weird ruling that forced players to believe in each other, this card specifically states that you get to look at your opponent's hand to verify, so it already acts as a full power Mind Crush. Another awesome thing about this card is that it banishes the declared card instead of sending it to the graveyard or making your opponent discard it, so it already does something that Mind Crush couldn't do. For example, if you go second against Sky Striker and you know for a fact that your opponent has Engage in hand because he searched it on end phase with Shizuku, you get to call Engage, look at your opponent's hand to scout whether he has maybe hand traps or something like that, and then you make him lose the Engage permanently so he can't even recycle it back on the grind game with Kagari, and because of that you have a huge advantage, not only because of the hand knowledge, but because of the fact that your opponent permanently lost a very powerful card. Look at it this way, this card is basically a going second spell version of Mind Crush, so it is only really good when you know for a fact that your opponent has a specific card in hand. If you are playing a deck like Infernoble and you have something like Aqua Dolphin, and you make your opponent lose a card, on top of making your opponent lose a card with Aqua Dolphin, you are able to look at your opponent's hand, so after that you can immediately go for DD Designator and make him lose a card that you couldn't rip with Aqua Dolphin, such as Imperm and Nibiru, because it would have way too much attack for Aqua Dolphin. Now, one massive issue that this card has that unfortunately Mind Crush did not have was the fact that this card only makes your opponent lose one copy of the declared card. So Mind Crush used to be like you discard all the cards with the same name, but with DD Designator, you only get to remove one card. So this card is only especially good against one-ofs or cards that you're only afraid of if your opponent has exactly one copy. But then again, both Sky Striker and Salamangreat really lose pretty hard to this card because after their turn 1 combo, they always have some specific cards in the hand, such as Engage because of Shizuku, or with Salamangreat, for example, the Gazelle gets recycled back to hand. So if you can just call Gazelle or Engage, you make your opponent permanently lose a very important one-of, and again, you get to know if you have to play against specific hand traps, so you can cater your plays to be a little safer. It's really important because if you don't know that your opponent has a very specific and dangerous hand trap, you might be playing into it and then just losing all of your card advantage for no reason. Oh, and this card isn't once per turn, so if you draw 2 copies, there's something relatively cool that you can do where the first one, even if it misses, you know for a fact that the second one will resolve because, of course, you were able to verify your opponent's hand afterwards. So then you get to make your opponent lose pretty much the best card in his hand. And of course, if you already had the hand knowledge before resolving the first one, then you get to make your opponent lose 2 specific cards permanently. To sum it all up, I would never main deck a card like DD Designator at all under no circumstances. However, I would side deck it in formats that are a little bit slower in going second decks, or maybe just when I know for a fact that I'm going to go second if my opponents are relying on specific one-ofs maybe to win the game. Anyways, that's pretty much all I had to say for this card review. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.